This one thing can change the dynamics of your relationship. Hi, my name is Dr. Meghana Dikshit. I'm the author of the book You Matter and Brain and Performance Expert. If you are new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get the intimation of the new video. Let's talk about this one thing that can completely change the dynamics of your relationship. You know, your relationship is a reflection of who you are and how you feel about yourself. Most of us are not finding either the love, or when we find it, are not able to sustain it. The reason behind it is the stories that we tell ourselves about what we deserve, who we are, and what kind of a relationship that we are looking for. Now, all of this is happening unconsciously. According to quantum physics, we are made up of energy and atoms vibrating at a certain frequency. The way we think, the way we feel, and the way we act, behave, is something that emits a constant frequency. And this frequency then eventually like attracts like. So suppose I am feeling I'm not worth it, or I don't deserve happiness. I'm feeling guilty or ashamed for being happy more than my parents or my siblings. I'm naturally going to reduce the frequency and I'm going to oscillate at a lower vibrational frequency. And when I'm vibrating at a frequency of shame and guilt, I'm going to attract the similar kind of opportunities to meet people or to interact with people. You know, it's like smokers always are smoking with the people. Like they have people around them, those who are smokers. Or maybe the people, those who are using substances or alcohol, are mostly with the people, those who are alcoholics, or people, those who use substance. Gamblers generally are with gamblers. We are all made up of this frequency, and this frequency vibrates on the system of like attracts like. So, in turn, you are creating your reality. You are creating the life that you want. Now, when you talk about the relationships, the same thing applies. If you are not able to attract the right partner that you want, or you're not able to get your partner to focus on the things that you want, or show up for you, there is something that you need to look within yourself, because at the end you cannot change anybody else, isn't it? So if you're watching this video till now, I want you to understand this. How much ever it sounds like, oh my god, it's a lot of work, that means I have to put the blame on myself, or I have to take the responsibility of everything. I don't mean that in any way. I'm not saying that everybody and everything in this world is perfect as it is and level 10. I'm not saying you're at fault and somebody else is not. I'm not saying that at all. The basis of this video is working on your relationship so that you can make it better, or maybe attracting the right relationship so that you can live a better life. Now, foundation is, primarily, if you're working on your relationship, ideally both of you should work together towards the common goal or improving that relationship. But if suppose your partner is not really interested in it, then you need to make a decision, or it should be at your discretion. How much would you like to invest in that relationship, or how much would you want to work on yourself? Because at the bottom, if your partner is not ready for it, then it will not work for you. But does that mean that you stop working on yourself? Not at all. You keep working on yourself. So for all you know, you start vibrating at a higher frequency, where either your partner will show up at that frequency, or you'll expand so much that it wouldn't matter if that person is there in your life or not there in your life. Or maybe you can look forward to attract a different person in your life. So with that foundation, let's begin to understand how are these emotions, or what these frequencies are, and how are they impacting us and the relationships around us. So there was a study conducted with the mothers of newborn babies. So they were divided into two different groups, and one group was given a very difficult task to perform, and the other group was given a simple task. Now the mothers left the babies in one room and they left for their respective tasks. And when they came back, the observation was the mothers, those who had completed a very difficult task, when they reunited with their newborns sensed the agitation in the mother's energy and became cranky. In fact, in some newborns, it was observed that their heart rate was increased and there were palpitations in their heart. That means the mother's emotional state the mother's neurochemicals impacted the child even without saying anything. At the same time, when the simple tasks were performed by the women and they united with their newborns, there was no challenge. So you can simply understand this, that if a small child or an infant can reciprocate to the mother's energy in such a way, what must be happening in our lives when we interact with the world outside? Now, you don't really need to physically interact anything. The body language experts say that 93% of our communication happens through our body language. And your body language is not just the way you stand or the way you dress up or your gestures. The body language, a huge part of your body language is your energy. And your energy represents the neurochemistry that you're going through because of a certain thoughts or because of certain emotions that are going on in your space. So having now this understanding of how you are spreading the vibrations out and how you are attracting what you truly deeply inside feel, let's start working towards the positive outcomes that we are looking forward to. So I'm going to give you some steps to work on yourself so that you can start changing the dynamics of your relationships. When you're secured and calm in your space, you approach a difficult situation in a very different way. When you start approaching a situation to provide solutions, to create more opportunities and create more possibilities in your space. For instance, that if you're feeling sad, angry, despaired, or maybe fearful, you are going to emit that frequency, and what happens in that case is you're going to either attract the partner who's going to reciprocate to that frequency and give you more grief in your life, or you will drive away people from your life, or you'll attract the person who's feeling same way. So together, then you are not going to live the optimum level of your life. Now, how do you start working on becoming that person who's oscillating or vibrating at a higher frequency? Because you know what? The higher frequency is the frequency of bliss, joy, happiness, freedom. And when you're operating on that frequency, it is your natural state. Look at the babies, newborn babies who are born. Most of the times they're blissful. Very few times they're cranky or they're crying for attention or food. Most of the times in human adult life, if you're 51% able to maintain the frequency of higher vibrations, you will start creating from bigger possibilities. You'll start creating a relationship that's really, really amazing and extraordinary, where it gives you the fulfillment and happiness in your life. So here is how you elevate your emotional frequency. What is your biggest longing in love? How do you want to feel? If all your problems in your love life are vanished, what do you feel? What is your deepest desire? What do you want to experience? Do you want to feel peace, free, fun, joy, sexy, cherished? What is it for you? Just first identify the feeling that you want to feel. Now, sometimes for some people it's extremely difficult knowing the past they have been through, or the relationship idols or role models they have seen in their life. Now, you got to shift that space and you want to move into a space of creating from a totally zero experience. You have never experienced something, but something that is like, does not look like what you have already experienced. And if all your challenges get fixed, then how does your relationship look like? And I'm not asking you to look with a counterpart. I'm asking you, what does the relationship serve to you? How does that make you feel? So I want you to write down top 3 feelings that you want to feel in your relationship. Whether you want to attract that relationship, whether it's a future relationship, or whether it's a current relationship. What are the top 3 feelings that you want to experience in your relationship? Now, once you've written down those top 3 feelings, I want you to design experiences around that top 3 feeling. Like suppose you want to attract a relationship that gives you contentedness or that gives you peaceful or happy feeling. And maybe that comes from sitting with your partner next to, fire or under the sky and, looking at the stars and holding each other's hand, or maybe, sitting in each other's arms and having deeper conversations or deeper eye contact. How does that experience make you feel? I want you to design that experience and not just watch it or visualize it, but feel it, be in that experience. So when you visualize this, you visualize you being part of it, as if it's happening with you right now. And then you want to increase the dial of that experience or that feeling. Suppose that experience, when you enter into that experience, you feel your feelings are at 2. You move the regulator, make it 4, make it 6, make it 8, make it 10 times higher. The more your body experiences these feelings, the more the experience is going to be, created in your space. And the more you do this, the more it will start coming closer to your life. Now remember this. Again, when you're doing it, you have to practice the law of detachment. You're not going to put the pressure on when is it going to happen. Oh, it's not happening. Then if those are thoughts that are coming to you, then you're creating the cross purposes in that visualization or in that experience that you want to create. So you want to make sure that you've already fixed all of this. And that's the reason I said you stand on nothing. You create that experience from zero experience, zero past involvement. So if you feel the past is lurking into it, just release it. Then you need to I've already spoken about this. I've spoken about how to create your vision board, how to make sure that you get this relationship that you want. So all of these, when you're doing, you got to clear up that baggage and then sit to do this. Suppose you want to experience a certain conversation with your existing partner, and generally these kind of conversations don't go well. So this time when you're sitting, you are creating that experience of having a beautiful conversation with your partner and actually saying the dialogues that you might be saying and your partner may be saying, and feeling it fully in your body. Remember those 3 feelings. The outcome of any of your experiences have to be those 3 feelings and those 3 feelings. Because when your intention is to create those 3 feelings, automatically your thoughts in your body drives itself to those feelings. And you automatically find the words, the body language, the experiences that fulfill those feelings. And when you fulfill those feelings, the neurochemicals that, go through your body, they vibrate at a different frequency. And when you're vibrating at a different frequency, even if there's a discord between you and your partner, it just dissolves. Your partners become more receptive to you and the conversation that you want to have. So the work that you're doing on yourself, coming from the foundation of your partner, first of all, is worthy enough to work on that relationship. Remember this, I'm again and again saying this. Otherwise, at the end, you're going to feel frustrated. There has to be the innate goodness into your partner that you want to feel, that you want to experience that beauty in that relationship. But if you feel that it's not worthy or it's not something that you would like to give it a shot, then I would suggest that, get out of that toxic relationship if that works for you. Find the courage to step up for yourself, because otherwise a lot of you are going to come back and ask me in this video, what if my partner is narcissist? Then how do I work on it? Well, let me tell you something, that you cannot change the other person. Again and again, I'm saying this. You got to change yourself and how you respond to the situation. And when you change your responses, when you change your vibrations, automatically either your existing partner will change and elevate to your standards, or maybe it will stop bothering you. For whatever reasons you want to remain in that relationship, whatever it is, but it will at least stop bothering you and it will at least stop triggering you when you elevate your frequency. And then it's at your discretion, the call that you want to take. I hope this video helped you. And you know what? If this video really helped you, just send it to 10-15 more people. Let them understand how to create those beautiful relationships. And if you really like the video, give me a thumbs up. Lots of love and create those beautiful relationships in your life. I'll see you soon.